Hello and a big welcome to my YouTube channel where we share everything relocation, everything success, struggles, and everything to do with relocating abroad. And it took me 5 years to relocate abroad from Africa, which is where I am from. And today I've decided to share with you some of the things that I've actually grown to understand and discover along the way that could have made it so quick for me to relocate. I could have done it faster if only I knew the 5 things that I want to share with you today in this video. And obviously, in the 5 years, one would ask, what were you doing? Researching, doubting, saving, readjusting goals, and even sometimes not thinking, or is it worth it? So let's get right into it. So the first tip I want to share with you is, from day one, know the reason why you want to relocate to a specific country. These reasons can vary from personal reasons, financial reasons, safety reasons, whatsoever. But when you know why you're relocating, definitely that shows intent, that shows clarity in whatever steps that you're going to take. So first of all, know if you want to relocate just for study. If you want to study, get some skills and then come back home and implement those skills. It's a very valid reason for you to relocate abroad. Is it for you to go and raise a family abroad? Is it for you to even support your family back home? And one of the reasons why I decided I'm going to do this video is because with everything that's happening in the UK, there are a lot of people that reached out to me and said, Flo, so what's next? Some of them are still back abroad. So I thought, well, let's get things straight. Let's readjust, realign ourselves as a platform, as a community, in terms of what we can do in these uncertain times. So you could be in the UK and thinking, is it time for me to go back home? Is it time for me to start thinking back home? But some of us have just got here. So it's high time that we go back to the drawing board and try by all means to revisit why we even relocated in the first place. I know a lot of people, if you're like me, I relocated for my kids. I wanted a life and a future for my kids. So whether 10-year route or whatever, for as long as we are legal where we are, for as long as my children are getting the skills that they need, the education that they need, for me, it's okay. For me, that's perfect. Some relocated so that they can support their family back home. Some are building places to stay for their parents. So for them, they don't really need longer stay here. They don't need the citizenship stuff. So it's one of those things that you have to look at. And also on those reasons, some could say, is it worth it for me to go to a cruise ship, or is it worth it for me to wait and try to go and study? If you just want to support your family, then those short-term contracts, those cruise ships could be options for you. You going on an au pair visa could be the thing for you. If you want skills, studying could be why you need to relocate. So you need to have a strong intent. You need to have a clear, defined reason, clear intentionality, clear mindset as to why you are relocating. I've actually come across people that relocate and then boom, next thing, they don't even understand why. They are lost. They are constantly wanting to change jobs, constantly wants to move cities, constantly want to do this. And that is a clear sign that you didn't have a clear reason, clear why you relocated. And that can be very detrimental in your relocation journey. So be very intentional. Be clear with your goal. Be clear with your reasons why you relocated. The second reason I've noticed why it even took longer for me was the fact that I wasn't quite clear about which country I wanted to relocate to. I see this mostly, especially in our African communities. All they want is, I want to get out of here and go where? I used to be in that very same space, and trust me, it contributed to me taking longer on my relocation journey. I just wanted to get out and go where? Get out and take my kids where? So that's why in those 5 years, I tried every other country that you can think. I tried going to Australia. I tried relocating to South Africa. I tried America. I tried New Zealand. And I ended up relocating to the UK. And watch until the end, because I'm going to share with you one of the reasons why I settled for the UK and why it's working out for me at the minute. And it could be why you need to readjust your goals, your intentions as far as relocation is concerned, and it could work for you. So do watch until the end. So when you know which country you want to relocate to, what that then means is you're not just focusing, your focus is on one country. You're focusing on understanding how the system works there, how the visa system works, how your visa or your stay will be in that country, the job opportunities in that country, the requirements. Different countries have got different requirements. I'll tell you a quick story just now. Language requirements. When it comes to requirements, I'll share with you. I ended up having to write IELTS twice. What that meant was I ended up using nearly $700 just for the language requirement. Why? Because initially I wanted to go to countries that required a certain kind of English, and I wrote that. But when I finally or eventually made up my mind to say, I want to do the UK route, UK had its own language requirements. So it's very, very that you understand, or that you pick and choose a country that you want to relocate to, and you're certain, so that you prepare in terms of resources and also your time, because whatever that you're going to be doing preparing to relocate, it eats into your time, it eats into your pocket as well. So it's very, very important that you choose a country and you focus your energy, you focus your finances, you focus your time on that country in particular. That can quicken your relocation. Get it from me. I did it, and within a year and 6 months, I'd relocated to the UK with my family. I'd relocated on a work visa, which didn't have to pay for. I relocated with job offer already, and the package that I had, thank goodness I had a sponsor who was quite good. The package that I have, my accommodation was paid for. A lot of things were well taken care of. So it's very, very important when you understand the system, when you understand the visa route, when you pick a specific country and you focus on that, trust me, you get the best opportunity that you could get under the sun. The third thing I want to share with you is to learn a high demand skill. Yes, I know most of you that do follow me here do have professions. You've got like your qualification, you've got that job that you've been doing for the past 10 years, past 20 years. But what you need to understand is when you pick a country, most countries that are known for recruiting abroad or recruiting overseas skilled workers have shortage occupation skills list. So you may realize that, okay, I'm a qualified teacher or I'm a qualified whatever, but is that skill in demand? It could be a difference in terms of terminology, how they term your profession or how they term your skills, but it could fit into a few categories or a few shortage occupational list for certain countries. But where you cannot fit that criteria, it's quite important that you learn a high demand skill. I did it, and I'll share with you why I feel it actually increased my chances of really landing a job with a reputable employer, and also setting me off even from the first day I relocated here. So some of you would ask, so which high demand skills can I learn? And it's never too late for anybody to learn. If you're thinking relocation, if you want to relocate, it's never too late for you to learn a skill. And by that, when I talk about skills, it doesn't necessarily mean I have to go back to uni or I have to go into college. These can be short. This can be just like a certification, getting certified, becoming a certified engineer or a certified tradesperson. So sometimes all it needs is just like getting registered with them board. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're going back to uni or you're getting a degree or you're getting a master's. You know what I'm saying? Also, when we talk about courses, it could be a boot camp. Just going for a boot camp, it could be 6 weeks, it could be 3 weeks, it could be a month, and then you're good to go. You are marketable, you are on high demand. So here is what I did, because I relocated to the UK as a caregiver, a support worker, whatever you want to call it, but I'm a healthcare assistant in the UK. I realized, okay, I want to relocate to the UK, and this was 5 years later, 5 years of trying everything else. I realized I want to relocate to the UK. I studied the system, I studied the visa route, I studied what my options were. And I realized the care route was the easiest at that point in time, was the quickest at that point in time. But I required certain skills for me to land a job with a reputable sponsor. So I ended up having to do like my course, which took me about 3 months. 3 months is not a long time if you're busy with other things, you're preparing out, you're doing your TB test and things like that. So within a short period, I on a course, I was getting my practical skills, and those helped me when I came over and I was integrating in the system, because I knew quite a few things about healthcare. I had a certificate that they considered. So it's very, very important you learn a skill, you get certified for it, and you hit the ground running. It does help when you now begin to apply, and it sort of even like prepares you for For what I can say is the job market abroad is very competitive. So you want to have a certain edge over your, being giving advice to people. Some reaching out to me and saying, Flo, but I don't have a driver's license and I want to relocate. Those are the little things that gives you an edge or an advantage over others. And this even applies to those that are abroad already. You could be in the UK. There's no reason for you not to get your driver's license now that you're here. Get your driver's license and you can see the amount of opportunities that do open up for you. So it's the little things that gives you an edge over others. And also when people were applying, or as we are applying, some people want to apply and they don't even have the English proficiency. If you can have all the requirements that can give you an edge or an advantage over others. The fourth thing I want to share with you, the importance of joining relocation groups and following platforms like mine. I do share on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube tips and opportunities that I do come across. It's very, very important. Trust me, it did help me when I was relocating, and I'm going to share with you why I think it's very important that you are in these relocation groups. So what happens in these groups is people share opportunities, people share tips, people share advice, and most importantly, people actually share warnings on scammers. I've been scammed before. I've shared on this platform and on several platforms how I got scammed on my relocation journey to the UK. I literally got scammed. So I always share stories so that somebody doesn't fall victim to this. And trust me, in desperate times when you're really thinking, I want to relocate, and also, as I'm speaking to you, I'm also speaking to myself because I think about it because, it's in the UK. If you're in the UK, you know what's been happening, you know what's going on. So everybody is on the edge right now thinking, do I need to start thinking about going elsewhere? But it's when things are like this that a lot of scammers come up and people can fall victims and lose money, hard-earned money. I know how hard it is to come across cash. So it's very, very important you're in these groups. You're following through opportunities, you're following through advice, you're following through experiences of others. And not just for that, but as well, moral support is quite key. There are days when you're feeling like probably relocation is not for me. You need people that can encourage you. Sometimes you're thinking, I'm struggling with my IELTS or I'm struggling with my application. You need people that can point you in that direction. You need people that can actually give you advice to say, this is how I did it. Of course, in relocation, you come across a lot of other hurdles like visa systems, navigating, job application systems or interview systems. When you are in these groups, you can share experiences, you can get tips of others who have been on the same pathway or who know about the changes that are coming about. So it's very, very important. And if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe on this channel because we do talk about those opportunities. We share tips, we share our experiences as well, because the journey continues. This is only the beginning. There is so much to experience. There's so much. So that's it. 5 things that can make your relocation reality quicker and faster. It doesn't have to take you 5 years like I did, especially if you're informed, if you're intentional, and if you put the work in, you could relocate quicker. If you found this quite helpful, please share our channel, share this video with others. And also, if you're on a relocation journey, leave a comment in the comment section, just telling us where you are at which stage are you at with your relocation journey, and we can see if we can share tips or contribute meaningfully towards your journey. Thank you. Bye for now.